Hi Stampers, this is Holly from rubberredneck.typepad.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and today I'm going to be demonstrating how to make the Kinda Electric Halloween card. Now to create this card, I used the stamp set called Kinda Electric out of our main Stampin' Up! Catalog, and then I paired it with the Choose Happiness stamp set from the main catalog, and then I used the Ghoulish Greetings from our holiday catalog. Now to create the card, this is the front view, and then when you open it up, here's what it looks like inside on the card. You'll want to visit my blog, rubberredneck.typepad.com, for the little mini project sheet and where to purchase all the supplies to create that card. To create the card, you want to cut one piece of old olive cardstock at 5.5 by 8.5. Place it onto your Simply Scored scoring tool and score it at 4 1/4. Once you have that scored, take the bone folder and crease your edge down. Then you're going to want to cut one piece of pumpkin pie cardstock at 4 inches by 5 1/4. Then you'll run that through the Big Shot with the Tiny Triangles Embossing Folder to give that a texture. Then you want to cut one piece of the Flashback Designer Series paper in that diamond pattern, and you're going to cut that at 1.5 by 5 1/4. Once you have that cut, you're going to glue this to your pumpkin pie cardstock. And you want to just glue it about 1/2 inch up from the bottom. Then you want to cut one piece of the silver glimmer paper and cut that at 3/4 by 5 inches. After you have that cut, put some glue onto the back of the paper and then place that overlapping the Flashback designer paper, and it's going to go in the center because you cut that a little bit shorter than that Flashback designer paper. And if you have anything that overhangs a little bit, just trim the edge off. When you run the cardstock through the Big Shot, it shrinks the cardstock down sometimes. Then you want to cut one piece of Whisper White cardstock, and you want to cut that at 3 inches by 3.5. Take the stamps from Kinda Electric, ink them in Pumpkin Pie, and then ink the leaf in Old Olive. Then take the stamp from Ghoulish Greetings, ink it in the Memento Pad Tuxedo Black, and stamp onto the Whisper White cardstock. After you've stamped onto the cardstock, then you're going to take some stamping dimensionals and place that onto the back of the Whisper White cardstock. I just placed one on each side there. And then I placed that in the center of the layers towards the top. Then you want to cut 6 inches of the 1/8 Old Olive taffeta ribbon. Take some glue dots and place them on each end of the ribbon and wrap the ribbon around the layers. And I wrapped it so it went right across that bottom of that silver glimmer paper to hide that edge, to give the card a more finished look once it's complete. Then you want to take some more stamping dimensionals and place them onto the back of the pumpkin pie cardstock. You want to place one in each corner, and then peel off your backings, and then you will attach the pumpkin pie cardstock to the Old Olive cardstock. Then you want to take the little bird stamp from Choose Happiness, ink it in Memento Pad Tuxedo Black, and stamp onto a piece of Whisper White cardstock. Cut out the little bird image, and then cut a stamping dimensional in half. Place that onto the back, and then place the bird over here onto the card on the right side. Then you want to take the stamps from Kinda Electric, the butterflies, ink that one in Memento Pad Tuxedo Black, ink the smaller one in Old Olive, and stamp them both onto Whisper White cardstock. Then you're going to take the Elegant Butterfly Punch for the bigger butterfly image. Open it up, turn it over so you can line it up with your stamped image. And then you're going to punch your butterfly out. So there's your first butterfly. Then you want to take the bitty butterfly punch, the smaller one, to punch out the small little butterfly that you stamped in Old Olive. Turn it over, line it up. Once you have it lined up, then you're just going to punch out your little butterfly. Then you want to take and cut a piece of stamping dimensional off your side of your sheet and layer these two butterflies together. And then you're going to fold up the wings a little bit, attach it to the basic black one, and then you're going to cut another little piece of the stamping dimensional and attach the basic black one to the card on the left side. And I put it kind of at an angle, make it look like it was fluttering. And then you're going to take some rhinestones, and you want the little strip on the sides, and you're just going to cut off 3 of these off the strip. Then you're going to peel them off the sheet and place them in the center of the butterfly. And then you want to take one of the large rhinestones and place that up here in the top right corner of your Whisper White cardstock. So that will be the front of the card. Now to complete the inside of the card, you're going to want to cut 1 piece of pumpkin pie cardstock at 4 inches by 5 1/4. Run it through the Big Shot with the triangles, the Tiny Triangles Embossing Folder to give it that textured pattern. Cut 1 piece of Whisper White cardstock at 3 inches by 3 1/2. Take the stamps from Kinda Electric, ink them in Pumpkin Pie, Old Olive, and then the butterflies in the Memento Pad Tuxedo Black. Once you have all those images stamped, you're going to glue your Whisper White cardstock to your pumpkin pie. And then just make sure you get that on there straight. Then you want to cut 1 piece of the Flashback Designer Series paper in that diamond pattern at a 1/2 inch by 5 1/4. After you have that cut, put some glue on the back, and then you're going to place this going across the top of your stamped pumpkin pie image. And then again, if you have to, trim off any of the excess paper you may have overhanging. And then you're ready to glue this to the inside of your card. Visit my blog, rubberredneck.typepad.com, for the mini project sheet and where to purchase all the supplies I created to create this card. Thank you for watching.